Cardinals fan 1990 and Chuck Dupree. How you doing? Give it another few seconds here to see if anybody chimes in. Trent's here. How you doing, Trent? Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Hopefully everybody is doing well today. NASCAR 9012, you chimed in just in the nick of time. Doing well. How are you doing today? I am doing well. Guess what day it is? It must be hump day there, NASCAR. NASCAR's back in his normal fashion, asking trivia. All right. Let me get the 4 entries into my giveaway for the month. All right, Chuck and NASCAR and Trent and Cardinals fan 1990 all chimed in time today to get the first entries into the live stream for the live chat. Okay, let me get things ready here real quick. Looks like I do have the next timestamp there so nobody else can chime in. So let me get my 4 entrants for today into my wheel of names. All right. There I got Cardinals fan. Let me get Chuck in here. Let me get Trent in here. All right, let's see. Got Trent in. And let me get NASCAR here. All right. Save my wheel of names here so I don't lose any of the progress for the June drawing. Again, next Tuesday we will be having at the end of the live stream the drawing for the month of June. And then of course not this Saturday but next Saturday will be my 2020 Red, White, and Blue Mystery Pack Series 1 Summer Edition. That will be my sale for this upcoming next month, is the premiere of my 2020 Red, White, and Blue Mystery Pack Series 1 Summer Edition. And at least from those that have been following in the news and stuff, it looks like we're going to have a baseball season after all finally. Looks like they're going to start meeting and having spring training part 2. Will be in their home stadium, so I'm kind of anxious to find out how they're going to do it for the Seattle Mariners, if they're going to let any fans in or not. If they do, I might just show up for some spring training. That would be cool. And have some spring training games and warm up and anticipation of the season starting around the 23rd or 24th of July. Oh, yeah, unfortunately, Chuck, yeah, I do have other plans later on in the day. But, yeah, if you want, I can wait. And if other people purchase some red, white, and blue packs, do you know about what time you'll be getting back from work that day there, Chuck? That would be we still got 5 more minutes before I get into our content at hand here. 5 more minutes before we bust open this box of Topps 1994. 792 picture cards with some special inserts included. So yeah, 1 minute, I'll check. Okay, thanks, Chuck. I guess you can't remember for sure what your schedule's like that day. But yeah, so we can do that if I get some other people that jump on board my sale on Saturday and buy a mystery pack. I got to work on the end of this week and next week packaging everything back up. Not back up. Packaging everything up in the red, white, and blue. Let's see, Donald, I have something else coming your way soon. Oh, okay, thanks there, Trent. Appreciate that. Still watching for Robert to open the package. I got him. All right. Robert sometimes will jump into the stream here while we're going and stuff. He's most likely working today. Did you like that Cangrejeros Jr. I sent you, Donald? Yeah, I enjoyed the whole package there, NASCAR. Appreciate you sending that off to me. It's added into my organization box as I put my Cangrejeros Jr. and Cal Ripken Jr. collections. I'm working on sorting those, but of course I put those on hold for now. I'm off at 2:30 Central. That's the Eastern Central, 2 hours behind. So that means you'll be home about 12:30, is my guess. We'll see how things work out, Chuck. If not, I will do all three of yours together so you went. And then what I can do is I can try and send you a text and tell you what time in the live stream that your opening would be. Okay? Yeah. You mean they don't give you the 4th of July off at your work? Or is it just you work on Saturdays? Or you work, oh, okay, wait, you probably work a night shift and then you get off at that time, so. Whatever can help a fellow YouTuber out. I just appreciate that there, NASCAR. Appreciate that very much. I have to fix one more thing here real quick. All right. I think I've got that good to go there. Trent has, I have to work all holidays. My rotation falls on my job is a 24/7, 365. Oh my word. So you don't get a day off? When do you get a day off there, Robert? Or Trent? Robert. I'm thinking Robert's here. He's not here yet. 20, Jeff Dupree, that would be awesome. Yeah, so I will wait till later in the stream. But yeah, so far, other than you, only Robert Posada and Robert Tone are the only two that have bought some mystery packs or reserved some spots for some mystery packs. Double time and a half, so I always work holidays. Oh, okay, I understand. Fully 100% there. I used to do that whenever, when I first worked at the post office. I would work any holidays and any extra shifts that they would give me at the time. All right, there you go. Trent says, yay, I get double and a half too. It's unusually dead, so I sign up. Don't blame me there. The easier the work, the better the paycheck. I have no kids or family around, so don't do anything. Well, sure you do. You hang out with us here in the channel. Must be a very busy man there, Chuck. All right, so we do have 10:30, so I am going to get ready to rock and roll with our content today. Hopefully you guys are all doing well and having a good Wednesday. Depending on how long it takes us to get through our baseball card set. This is a normal one. Remember, last week's was 825 cards. We're back to 792. But then starting with the 1995s for quite a few openings, the sets do get smaller. And we'll see that as we progress through the sets. So I'm going to put these Babe Ruth collection cards out of the way. We may or may not get to them. And Trent probably recognizes these here. These came in his box last week. I'm going to go ahead and open these up and see how many we can find of these and see how many we can get out of the base set here. So I will go ahead and do that. And this will be awesome because this will definitely add a lot of Babe Ruths to my baseball card collection. That's for sure, from my Hall of Fame holdout for Babe Ruth. Let me just give you a real quick rundown here on a matter of fact, it'll most likely double my Babe Ruth collection, in case you are wondering. I do think I do have some of these Babe Ruth cards. I'll kind of show you. So this is my Babe Ruth collection. This is my Babe Ruth collection of baseball cards. Okay, of course, this is part of a set. I have this complete set, but now I'll have to keep these aside because these are the ones that are in these packs here, in case you're wondering. This is the style of cards that are in the packs here. Okay, so these are the cards that are in these packs that I'll probably be opening in a little bit here. So and this must have been maybe 2 packs that I had at one time. So boom, boom, boom. It looks like I got 1 insert out of that batch there, which was the quotables. That's the quotables. That's part of an insert set that's in the base set for these. So we'll see how many of these I can get towards getting the complete set. Now that Trent helped me out and stuff, I will probably see if we get any good cards there. So I'm gonna set these aside for the moment. Okay, and then of course one of these days soon I'll have to do a Babe Ruth. But yeah, these are some of the Babe Ruth cards I have in my Babe Ruth collection here. So I don't have no old Babe Ruth cards, but I do have some Babe Ruth cards, that's for sure. This of course has an Aaron Judge and then a Babe Ruth on the back. That's why I consider that a Babe Ruth card, even though Judge is on there with them. So there, that goes on the bottom with that set back there. So I'll just go through and just highlight these really quick. And these are all from the Babe Ruth collection from 1992. So we'll see what the difference is in the new ones that we get here. But I do have this one, and I do have this set in a binder, and I'm hoping to get this other set here and put that in the same Babe Ruth binder that I have. So I'm going to set those aside for now, and we will commence to opening our content at hand. This Topps 1994 792 picture cards baseball complete set of series 1 and 2. But actually, before we do this, we have to go through and highlight the history for this baseball card set. I like how on the top of the box here it says gum included. So we'll have to see if they did put a piece of gum in here. If they do, I might have to just try that piece of gum out in this 1994 baseball card set. So I guess, let's see, it's 2020 now, so the gum in here would be 26 years old. Is anybody out here younger than 26 years old? I'm sure there is. I know at least NASCAR probably is. But without further ado, we're going to get into the year in baseball for 1993, since the cards on this set are from that year. That's why, good thing they're going to have some baseball. I think the baseball photographers are going to be very, very busy this year getting photographs for the 2021 Topps baseball. That's for sure, because they're only going to have a short season, 60 games. So we'll see how that pans out. Let's see. Let me see what I missed in the chat here, what I was going. I'll email you my number so you can text me. Oh, okay. All right. Thanks, Chuck. Yeah. No, yeah, I do not mind that at all. Okay. You're one of the good people in the channel. I'm in charge of a couple $1 million of stock. So I get a little crazy. All right, Trent. Woo woo. Let's see if you can get any good hits. Some people are mean when they make fun of Babe Ruth. You know it. You know that I'm not seeing you guys. But you know that I'm not seeing you guys saying I was supposed to say in that sentence. I'm 23 years. There we go. So I knew you were younger than that piece of gum I might be trying in a second here. KC Nation's in the house. Wow, it's been a while since I've seen KC Nation. Hello, good afternoon, Brother Donald. I finally caught one of your lives. Looks like it's gonna be the last, considering my first break at work is now. All right, thanks there, KC Nation. Afternoon to all in the chat. Hey there. Hi there. Ho there. No eat gun. No eat the gum. I might. It just depends on how preserved it looks. It might be dried out and crunchy, but I have never gotten sick by eating old gum before. So it wouldn't be a first, and it probably won't be a last. All right, let me do a refresh on the chat here. And then we will get into the history for this set. Okay, got my that. So 1993 in baseball. All right. So in Major League Baseball in 1993, the World Series was the Toronto Blue Jays over the Philadelphia Phillies 4-2, and Paul Molitor was the MVP for the World Series there. So leading up to the World Series, the League Championship Series, both were held on CBS. Toronto Blue Jays won over the Chicago White Sox 4-2, and then the Philadelphia Phillies over the Atlanta Braves 4-2, and then Toronto Blue Jays took the World Series from Philadelphia 4-2. So the American League Championship Series MVP was Dave Stewart. The National League Championship Series MVP was Curt Schilling. The All-Star Game in 1993 was July 13th at Oriole Park in Camden Yards. The American League won 9-3, and Kirby Puckett was the MVP. All right, as far as awards and honors for that year, in the Baseball Hall of Fame, Reggie Jackson was inducted into the Hall of Fame. The most valuable player was Frank Thomas for the Chicago White Sox in the American League, and Barry Bonds with the San Francisco Giants in the National League. All right. The Cy Young Award winner was Jack McDowell, the Chicago White Sox, and Greg Maddux with the Atlanta Braves in the National League. The Rookie of the Year in 1993 was Tim Salmon with the California Angels, American League, and Mike Piazza with the Los Angeles Dodgers in the National League. The Manager of the Year award went to Gene Lamont with the Chicago White Sox, the American League, and Dusty Baker with the San Francisco Giants in the National League. The Gold Glove awards were Don Mattingly at first base, Roberto Alomar, second base, Robin Ventura, third base, Omar Vizquel, shortstop, Kenny Lofton, Devin White, and Ken Griffey Jr. for the outfielders, Ivan Rodriguez for the catcher, and Mark Langston for the pitcher. All right, the MLB statistical leaders for 1993 was John Olerud for Toronto, with a batting average of .363. Home runs, Juan Gonzalez with Texas at 46. RBIs, Albert Bell with Cleveland at 129. Wins was Jack McDowell with the Chicago White Sox with 22. And the ERA was Kevin Appier, the Kansas City Royals, at 2.56. And then for the National League, Andres Galarga with Colorado at 370. Barry Bonds, San Francisco Giants with 46. Barry Bonds, San Francisco Giants with 123 RBIs. For the win totals was John Burkhart with the San Francisco Giants and Tom Glavine with the Atlanta Braves at 22 wins apiece. And the ERA was Greg Maddux for Atlanta with a 2.36. All right. Then as we go through the events for the year, we will go through and do these in one section at a time, going through the year. All right, let me pop in the chat real quick here. KC Nation says, laugh out loud. I may have a nice Babe Ruth relic from 2020 Diamond Kings. If you're interested, laugh out loud. Might not be cheap, though. I'm sure it wouldn't. I wouldn't mind pulling one of those myself. Cardinals fan 1990. I was 3 years old in 1993. Hey, Chuck. What stocks are those? I may be interested in investing. I'm looking for some good stocks to put some money in besides these baseball cards I have. Laugh out loud. Any suggestions? Laugh out loud, AC Nation. All right. That's nice, you guys chit-chatting in the stream there. KC Nation, I'd probably have to think on that. I'm not in the big market of trying to buy a whole lot of cards here, but I do like when I do find different relics and different pieces of memorabilia when I do openings, that's for sure. Okay, so in the events of 1993, starting out with January through March, January 5th, Reggie Jackson is elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame by the Baseball Writers Association of America, receiving 94% of the vote. And then on March 22nd, on and off day during spring training, Cleveland Indians pitcher Tim Cruz, Steve Olin, and Bob Ojeda are fishing on a rented 18-foot motorboat when the vessel strikes a pier at high speed on Little Lake Nellie near Winter Haven, Florida, killing Cruz and Olin. They are the first active major leaguers to die since Thurman Munson in 1979. Ojeda is seriously injured but survives. All right, in April through June of 1993, April 6th against the Atlanta Braves at Wrigley Field, Chicago Cubs pitcher Jose Guzman has a no-hitter broken up with 2 out in the 9th by Otis Nixon's single. The hit is the only one Guzman allows in a 1-0 victory. The no-hitter would have been the first by a Cubs pitcher since Milt Pappas in 1972. On April 8th, against the New York Yankees at Cleveland Stadium, Carlos Baerga of the Cleveland Indians becomes the first player to hit a home run from both sides of the plate in the same inning. In the Indians' 9-run 7th inning, Baerga begins the scoring with a 2-run home run against left-hander Steve Howe. He concludes the scoring by homering again, this time against right-hander Steve Farr. The Indians defeat the Yankees 15-5. On April 22nd at the Kingdome, Chris Bosio of the Seattle Mariners no-hits the Boston Red Sox 7-0. He walks his first 2 batters of the game, Ernest Riles and Carlos Quintana, and after the latter is retired, Mike Greenwell's double play grounder, no other Red Sox reaches base. Mariner shortstop Omar Vizquel makes the last dramatic out by barehanding Riles' high chopper over the mound. On May 9th, down 5-2 to the St. Louis Cardinals, Mariano Duncan hits a grand slam off Lee Smith in the bottom of the 8th inning to lead the Phillies to a 6-5 comeback win. Then on May 20th, with the Mets at 13-25, Jeff Torberg is fired as manager of the New York Mets and replaced by Dallas Green. On May 27th, 2 home runs shy of 400 for his career, longtime Atlanta Brave and current Colorado Rockies Dale Murphy retires. And then June 3rd, with the first pick of the 1993 Major League Baseball draft, the Seattle Mariners select Alex Rodriguez. A-Rod signs with the team August 30th, 1993. Other notable selections include Trot Nixon, number 7, Boston Red Sox, Billy Wagner, number 12 for the Houston Astros, Derek Lee, 14 for the San Diego Padres, Torrey Hunter, number 20 with the Minnesota Twins, Scott Rowland, 2nd round Philadelphia Phillies, Kevin Millwood, 11th round Atlanta Braves, Gary Matthews Jr., 13th round Padres, Jermaine Dine, 17th round Braves, John Rocker, 18th round with the Braves, and Kirk Presley from the New York Mets, select number 8 overall. Presley never plays in the majors. He is, however, the third cousin of Elvis Presley. June 28th, just 6 days after he breaks Bob Boone's Major League record for games caught, the Chicago White Sox controversially released Carlton Fisk. Fisk would never play in the MLB again. Pop in the chat here. NASCAR says, does anybody want to hear a joke? I don't know. You guys respond to him. I'm a little bit busy right now. But thanks there, NASCAR. Okay. Got a sip of water there real quick. And now we've got from July through August during the summer months of play. The July 3rd, the Philadelphia Phillies relief pitcher Mitch Williams delivers a walk-off RBI single at 4:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to win the second game of a rain-delayed doubleheader against the San Diego Padres at Veterans Stadium. It is still the latest ending to a game in MLB history. On July 8th, Barry Bonds hits 200th career home run. All right, July 13th, the American League defeats the National League 9-3 in the All-Star Game. MVP Kirby Puckett, Roberto Alomar, and Gary Sheffield hit home runs, while the victory goes to Jack McDowell. Craig Biggio is at second base for the National League, an All-Star 1 year earlier as a catcher. He is the first player ever to make the team at those two positions. A highlight of the game is Randy Johnson firing a 95-mile-an-hour fastball over John Kruk's head. Kruk bails out on the next two pitches, then says he's going to kill somebody. July 20th at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, a fire breaks out in the press box area, delaying the start of the scheduled game between the Braves and the St. Louis Cardinals. Incidentally, the Braves trade for Fred McGriff is completed a few days earlier, and McGriff arrives at the stadium that night. With the delay, McGriff is able to be inserted into the starting lineup and hits a game-flying two-run homer in the sixth inning, helping the Braves rally from a 5-0 deficit to win 8-5. The Braves trail the San Francisco Giants in the National League West Division by 9.5 games at that point. And this game is seen as the game that sparks their run to the division title. On July 28th, pitcher Anthony Young sees his New York Mets come back to defeat the Florida Marlins, ending his 27-game losing streak, a major league record. On July 28th, Ken Griffey Jr. of the Seattle Mariners homers in the 8th consecutive game, tying the record held by Dale Long and Don Mattingly. On August 4th, Tony Gwynn of the San Diego Padres collects 6 hits against the San Francisco Giants. This is the 4th game this season in which Gwynn collects at least 5 hits, tying the major league record held by Ty Cobb and Stan Musial. On August 14th, Reggie Jackson has his number 44 retired by the New York Yankees. And then on August 31st, without having play suspended, the Minnesota Twins game tonight wouldn't finish until next month in their 22nd inning bout with Cleveland, and lasted 6 hours and 17 minutes. All right, pop in the chat. Wesley says, how's everyone doing? Just popping in. Gotta go soon. No problem. Thanks for popping in here, Wesley. Nice to see you jump in there. Wesley. Yeah, that's right. You were my winner last month for my drawing. Did you end up enjoying that package I sent you? I'm hoping you did. Typical Cat YT, hello. All right, check out typical_cap YT. A typical cap YouTube, hello. I love the Griffey and rookies. Thanks so much. Oh, no problem there, Wesley. I thought you might enjoy that, so that is a little bonus item. I'll have to. Have you started creating any videos yet? I gotta go by and check out your channel one of these days. All right, so let's continue on with our Major League Baseball facts from the 1993 season. So in September, let me do a refresh on the chat so I do know where I left off. Okay, so in the month of September, September 3rd, MLB owners vote to split the league into 3 divisions and add a wild card round to the playoffs for 1994. September 4th, Jim Abbott of the New York Yankees no-hits the Cleveland Indians at Yankee Stadium 4-0. Abbott, who was born without a right hand, becomes the first Yankee in a decade to throw a no-hitter. All right, the Philadelphia Phillies lose to the Cincinnati Reds by a score of 6-5. In doing so, they set a new National League record by not being shut out in 151 consecutive games. The Major League mark of 308 is held by the Yankees. On September 7th, Mark Whiten of the St. Louis Cardinals homers 4 times and collects 12 RBIs, tying the Major League record in a 15-2 win over the Cincinnati Reds at Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati. He is the 12th player in Major League history to hit 4 home runs in one game. September 8th, Darryl Kyle of the Houston Astros throws a no-hitter against the New York Mets. September 16th, Dave Winfield of the Minnesota Twins records his 3,000th career hit, a 9th-inning run-scoring single off Oakland Athletics closer Dennis Eckersley, the 19th player to reach the milestone. Winfield is the first to reach it indoors. On September 18th, in yet another twist to the Yankees-Red Sox rivalry, the Red Sox hold a 3-1 lead in the 9th inning. With 2 outs, the Yankees' Mike Stanley pops out to end the game. However, the play is called a no play when the home plate umpire, Tim Welk, is forced to call time when a fan runs out onto the field just as the pitch is delivered. The Yankees then push 3 runs across the plate to win the game 4-3 final. What a way to lose a game. September 19th, Tom Glavine wins his 20th game of the season for the Atlanta Braves and becomes the first National League pitcher since Fergie Jenkins in 1973 to win 20 games in 3 consecutive seasons. September 20th, the Pittsburgh Pirates defeat the New York Mets 6-2, Three Rivers Stadium, giving the Mets their first 100-loss season since 1967. On September 22nd, pitcher Nolan Ryan of the Texas Rangers faces just 6 Seattle Mariners batters before hurting his right elbow. Ryan, who announces his retirement at season's end, finishes his career with 324 wins, 5,714 strikeouts, and 7 no-hitters. September 22nd, the Colorado Rockies play the final home game of their inaugural season and finish with a Major League home attendance record of 4,483,350 fans. Then we have September 27th. The Toronto Blue Jays win their 3rd consecutive American League East title with a 2-0 victory over the Brewers in Milwaukee. And the Chicago White Sox secure the American League West Championship with a 4-2 win against the Seattle Mariners. Randy Myers of the Chicago Cubs becomes the first National League pitcher to record 50 saves for a season by securing a 7-3 win over the Los Angeles Dodgers. And then September 28th, the Philadelphia Phillies clinch their first National League East championship in a decade with a 10-7 win in Pittsburgh. The win gives the Phillies their 6th division championship, trailing only rival Pirates for most of the National League East championships during the 2-division era. Mariano Duncan hits a grand slam, his 2nd of the season, one of the 8 teams for the year. All right. Pop in the chat. Griffey said he'd retire before he'd sign for the Yankees. Oh, I wouldn't surprise that. Griffey has a little bit better standards than that. The only reason he did go to Cincinnati for a spell was he wanted to be closer to family. And of course, that's where his dad was when he finally retired from the game. So that's why Griffey went there. But if for those that do remember, he came back to Seattle to finish his career and retire as a Seattle Mariner. So that is the one thing that I really appreciate about Ken Griffey Jr. Even though he didn't stay with the Mariners through his entire career, kind of like Edgar Martinez did. But that is for sure. I saw the video. George Steinbrenner wouldn't let him in the dugout when his dad was there. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Yeah, I got to watch the special that ESPN had. I forgot all about it, or I could have tried to record it, so I could have watched it later. But let another player's kid on the field, and Griffey thought he was prejudiced. Wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me. All right, so then let's finish off for the last quarter of the year, October through December. So October 3rd, the National League West pennant race is decided on the last day of the season as the Atlanta Braves triumph over the Colorado Rockies. I didn't see it on demand yet. Yeah, I might have to do that. I might have to see if I can find that, because I definitely want to watch that or get that video on DVD if they put it out on DVD or something. But that was an awesome tribute from what I heard of the kid. All right, refresh the chat there. So as the Atlanta Braves triumph over the Colorado Rockies 5-3, while the San Francisco Giants are steamrolled by rival Los Angeles Dodgers 12-1. The 103-win Giants are denied a spot in the playoffs as the Braves take the division by a single game. All right. Then October 4th, the Chicago Cubs, with a 84-78 win-loss record, gained their winning season in a non-title year in 1972. How many times have I saw Griffey play? In person, not too many times, but I did see him a little bit from in 1989 before I left to go over to Japan. And then of course I spent 7 years in Japan during Ken Griffey Jr.'s career. Me and my wife got married while stationed in Whidbey Island from 1986 to 89, summer of 89. Before we did go overseas, I did get to watch Ken Griffey Jr. play some games, and he's just awesome. Awesome. 3 card collectors. Caleb's in the house. How you doing there, Caleb? October 4th, the Chicago Cubs win with an 84-78 win-loss record, gained their first winning season in a non-title year since 1972. From 1973 through 1992, the Cubs have a non-winning record except for the National League Eastern Division title years of 84 and 89. The Cleveland Indians fall to the Chicago White Sox 4-0 in the final game ever played at Cleveland Stadium, and the Texas Rangers fall to the Kansas City Royals 4-1 in the final game ever played in Arlington Stadium. On October 10th, the Chicago White Sox slugger Frank Thomas was named the American League MVP. The first baseman, who ranks in the top 10 of the league's 9 offensive categories, batted .317 with 41 home runs and knocked in 128 RBIs for the divisional champions White Sox. All right. So, on October 13th, the Philadelphia Phillies... On October 10th, the Chicago White Sox slugger Frank Thomas was named the American League MVP, the first baseman who ranks in the top 10 of the league's 9 offensive categories, batted .317 with 41 home runs and knocked in 128 RBIs for the divisional champions White Sox. And then October 13th, the Philadelphia Phillies defeat the Atlanta Braves 6-3 in the final game of the 1993 National League Championship Series to win the series 4-2. Mitch Williams strikes out Bill Puckett at the end of the game. Curt Schilling is named the NLCS MVP. On October 23rd, in a dramatic finish, Joe Carter of the Toronto Blue Jays homers off reliever Mitch Williams with 2 runners on base in the bottom of the ninth inning to give Toronto the 8-6 victory over the Philadelphia Phillies and the 1993 World Series championship. Lenny Dykstra hits his 4th homer of the series for the Phillies. Paul Molitor is named the World Series MVP. This is the last Major League Baseball game to date to be televised by CBS. November 3rd, Greg Maddux wins his 2nd National League Cy Young Award as he easily outpoints Bill Swift of the Giants and teammate Tom Glavine on ballots cast by the BBWAA. The 27-year-old right-hander becomes the first hurdler to win baseball's Best Pitcher honors in back-to-back seasons for 2 different teams. He won the award as a member of the Cubs in 1992. On November 19th, Howard Johnson would turn 33 at the end of the month and becomes the first free agent to sign with another team this offseason when he agreed to a 1-year deal worth $2,100,000 to play for the Colorado Rockies. The switch-hitting slugger who led the National League in homers and RBIs 2 years ago with the New York Mets has seen his production drop in recent years, primarily due to injuries. And then November 22nd, the Texas Rangers signed free agent first baseman Will Clark to a multi-year contract. Clark, who bats .283 with 73 RBIs for the San Francisco Giants, raises his average to .329 with the Rangers in 1994. And then the Baltimore Orioles signed free agent pitcher Sid Fernandez to a 3-year contract. The movies that were made in 1993 that were baseball related were the movie Cooperstown, a TV movie, and then The Man from Left Field, The Sandlot, and Rookie of the Year. So there you have it, our 1993 MLB baseball season in review. Let me go back here in the live chat, do a refresh. Yep. And we will get into now busting open this 1994 baseball card set. Okay, so without further ado, let me get ready to rip off the wrapper here. Oh, don't even have to use the scissors. I'm really kind of hesitant about this one because of one main reason here. At one point in my travels and stuff, you can see the little gash right here. I'm hoping none of the cards are damaged inside. These are usually packaged pretty well, so usually you don't have that kind of a problem. So let me just score the bottom of the tape here, because they always taped these shut back in the day. Oh, wait, that's right. Alright, and then this one. Alright. Alright, there we go. Got our insert cards here. Let me pull these out real quick. We've got that one there. This one here. Preview cards for next week's set. And then we've got one more preview little set here. Those guys there. And then we've got our set. So let me set these cards out of the way for now. And try and squirrel out these cards. Oh no. Okay, I'll get that in a little bit here. I see the bubble gum is encased. The bubble gum is encased. Oh my word. Okay. Let's see. Let me put these guys here real quick. Start stacking my cards up here. Oh, right there on top. A Seattle Mariner. I see a Seattle Mariner there. Paul Gilgis with the Cardinals. Uh-oh. Why is that card off to the side there? Well, that's kind of good in a way. At least, oops, sorry, I'm hitting the camera here. Don't mind me banging everything up here. Let me get these. Oh, there's our bubble gum. They did say bubble gum included, see? It did say bubble gum included. Okay, let me get this box off to the right here. Let me turn some of these over here. Oh, that's a Gold Cup. Mike Lansing with the Expos. There we go. Okay. Let me just kind of break these down into smaller stacks maybe. Uh-oh. Hopefully we don't have much stickage here. All right. Let's see here. All right. So we will start off with these guys first. Well, we do get started here, but I always like to do the preview cards first. Okay, again, for the preview cards, we get the 3-card Superstar Sampler. So this is the 3-card super card sampler. We'll get to that pack in just a second here. And then we do get the 1995 pre-production. That's the 1995 pre-production. And then the 3-card sampler. And then we get the Topps Gold, which should be 13 cards in here. For the Topps Gold and the Topps Black Gold. So we should have 3 Topps Black Gold cards in here also. And we get the all-famous Topps Sports Bubblegum. Topps Sports Bubblegum. All right. So I think it's time to try out this Topps Sports Bubblegum here. It actually feels soft and flexible. So it's not a brick, that's for sure. All right, so here we go. I hope it ain't ABC gum. Well, I've tasted worse. It's not actually dissolving in my mouth. And it's actually chewy. Sorry, you're probably thinking, yeah, he's just faking it. Sorry, that's me just adding my humor in here. There we go. Had to show you that I was actually chewing it. It's not too bad, but it's not too good. I'm sure any of the stuff that might NASCAR says silly don't. I told you guys I was going to try the gum. Okay. There you go. I'm not going to keep it in there, though. That was kind of silly there, NASCAR. All right, so let's go with the 1995 pre-production cards. See what we get in here, because we'll of course be doing this baseball card set next week. So there's supposed to be, of these pre-productions, which you can see they're numbered on the bottom. So I'm thinking, I don't know how many of these they actually made, but I'm sure you could probably check on them and find out for sure. But okay, I'm gonna have to not just score it, but cut off the top, so I can take the cards out. All right, so let's see who we got for these pre-production cards. I don't know if anybody out there. Drum roll for good luck. There we go. All right, so we've got Larry Walker of the Montreal Expos. Oh, great. Really? Oh, and these pre-productions are gold. They're kind of labeled gold. Or maybe just some of them are gold. I don't know. I saw gold somewhere. Alex Fernandez with the Chicago White Sox. Boom! That's an awesome one to get for the pre-production. Sandy Alomar. Sandy Alomar with the Cleveland Indians. Mike Devereaux with the Baltimore Orioles. Looks like he's upside down there trying to catch that ball. All right. Roberto Hernandez with the Chicago White Sox. Who do we got here? Mike Piazza, Hall of Famer Mike Piazza with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Boom! Boom, boom, boom. Ken Griffey Jr., outfielder for the Seattle Mariners. And Larry Walker of the Montreal Expos. All right, so that's pretty cool for those cards, that's for sure. 1, 9, 3. Oh, I think that one's stuck together. Greg Vaughn. Greg Vaughn there with the Milwaukee Brewers. So they are numbered. Well, let me see if I can put them in order here so we know what we've got here. Sorry, I'm all mixed up, tipsy-topsy and turvy, and we got 9, and we've got 8. How many times? It was supposed to be 9 pre-production cards. So let's see, what do we got? 9, 8. I got another one stuck together here. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. I see it. I'm gonna have to go through and highlight these again. Mike Devereaux. Okay, no. 9, 8, 7. Then we've got what? Where'd 6 go? 6, and then 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. We got two of these. Is that because, oh, okay, that's why. These are both Larry Walkers, but they are 2 different versions. Uh-huh. Two different versions. I'm looking on the back here, but I don't see where. But that is the one we got there. So it looks like Hall of Famer Larry Walker. Larry Walker. New Hall of Famer. Larry Walker is our gold card. You can see that one. It's a little gold foil card there. Gold foil card. All right, boom, boom, boom. It's got that little shininess and glimmer where this one don't. So I guess that is what we got there for 10 cards. It's a 9-card preview set with 1 gold card. So I guess it's actually 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, not too bad of a little subset there. 2-card ones. One's a gold. Doesn't really indicate that except for the difference on the front. So you get a preview of the short prints from the set. And then Mike Piazza, number 2. 3 is Greg Vaughn. 4, Sandy Alomar. Travis Fryman, number 5. Ken Griffey Jr., number 6. Mike Devereaux, number 7. Roberto Hernandez and Alex Fernandez. So not too bad of a 1995 preview set. Let's check now the 3-card Superstar sampler. Three-card Superstar sampler. All right. And these are for Top Stadium Club, it looks like. 3 Top Stadium Club cards. All right. We got a card number 403 from a Top Stadium Club. Mark Grace. Then we got a Mark Grace Topps Finest card. Oh, they're all 3 Mark Graces. And a Mark Grace Bowman card. So there we go. We got a Mark Grace set there. That is very, very cool. Mark Grace. Okay. And then our last set here is our Topps Gold cards. Our Topps Gold cards are our bonus cards that are in this box. He's trying to do a handshake. Okay, try and get a jump start on the ripping open this package here that has the Topps Gold cards. Let's see who we get for our Topps Gold cards. That'd be nice to get a Griffey or a Cal Ripken. That would be awesomeness, that's for sure. But you never do know. You never do know. So there we go. We've got yeah, they're not sticking too much. So we got a Mark Grace here with the Cubs, a Craig Biggio with the Astros. All right, and a Kirby Puckett. So we got the Craig Biggio and Kirby Puckett for the Topps Black Gold cards. Okay, and now we've got our Topps Gold cards here. Okay, we got the John Vanderwall with the Expos. All right, Danny Bautista and Sean Berkman, coming attractions. Then we've got a Dave Hollins with the Philadelphia Phillies. A Mike Devereaux with the Baltimore Orioles. A little bit of some stickage here, but not too bad, really. Then we've got a Paul Swingle and Mark Holzmer with the California Angels. Okay. So far, these are our black gold cards. There we go. We got our Topps Gold, I mean. There's a Ken Ryan. All right. Now we got a Tim Scott with the Expos. Future star Manny Ramirez with the Cleveland Indians. Derek Lindquist with the Cleveland Indians. And last but not least, Bill Wirtz with the Cleveland Indians. Those are our Topps Gold cards previews that you can pull when you get out of the packs. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we got 3 of the Topps Black Gold, which are pretty good hits there. Kirby, Puckett, Hall of Famer. Craig Biggio, Hall of Famer. And Mark Grace with the Cubs. Nice black gold cards there. Topps Black Gold. You can see it kind of on the back there. Nice insert cards for sure. The Topps Black Gold, the harder ones to find when you're collecting this set back in the day. So let me set these off to the side here. And let's start highlighting these baseball cards. Might have a little bit of a stickage going on here, but we'll get through this and muddle on. Alright, so let me pop in the chat here. Mountain Gorillas, family, friends, and cards. Ask our silly Tom. You should start doing food reviews. No, that's okay. I'll stick with my baseball product. The real deal. Drum roll for good luck. There we go. Or he's trying to do a handshake, trying to catch the ball. We do a refresh here and start going through these sets. After we're done here, again, when you get them fresh out of a box set that has not been opened, you have to remember that they are not in order. So you can see 764s here. And yeah, this might not be a fun break to do, but we'll give it a little help here. That's what you got to be careful when you get into the bigger sets too, the newer sets, because of the glossy finishes. You got to hope you don't get anything messy here. But let's continue on here. How about if I go, I think if I go right about here, I think this will work out good. All right, so we got Mike Blowers, with the Mariners. Guillermo Velasquez with the Padres. Steve Bedrosian with the Braves. Got to be careful on the names and the colorings in the pictures on this one. The team and the position are real good. The Topps logos on the top, but the David Hulse, depending on the coloring of your backdrop on the card, it might be hard to read sometimes. For David Hulse with the Rangers. Mark Lewis with the Indians. Boom, draft pick, Andre King. At least these are super like pack fresh type cards, but I will be keeping them together as sets. Instead of taking certain cards out, then it wouldn't be a complete set. So the 1993 draft pick, Andre King. Terry Steinbach with the Athletics. Chris Seibu, there we go. The famous Chris Seibu with his glasses. Bill Kruger with the Tigers. There we go, 93 draft pick, Kirk Presley with the Mets. Jim Poole with the Orioles. Roger Mason with the Phillies. Make sure, nope, see, that one's got Brian McRae with the Royals. Rick Renteria with the Marlins. Jamie Navarro with the Brewers. Then we got 1994 prospects, Todd Williams, Ron Watson, Kurt Bullinger, and Mike Welch. Mike Devereaux with the Royals. Tom Kramer with the Indians. Eric Hillman with the Mets. There we go, coming attractions, John Burke and Jason Bates. Tom Glavine with the Braves. Darryl Strawberry with the Dodgers. Roger Smithberg with the Athletics. Corey Snyder with the Dodgers. Mike Ignasiak. Then we got 94 prospects. Roberto Pettigene, Greg Perky, Sean Wooten, and DJ Boston. I should go in the order. AAA, AA, single A draft pick. Brent Gates with the Athletics. Ray Langford with the Cardinals. Joel Johnston with the Pirates. There we go. Boom. Measures of greatness. Cal Ripken Jr. Bum 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 bum. Cal Ripken Jr. Brian Jordan with the Cardinals. Don't mind me, I go off on a tangent sometimes. I could feel this was more than one card. Let me separate them. Again, a little sticky. Todd Pratt with the Phillies. Tom Henke with the Rangers. Dave Valley with the Seattle Mariners. John Cummings with the Seattle Mariners. 93 draft pick Tracy Witten. Rod Correa with the Angels. Rafael Palmeiro with the Rangers. Darryl Kyle with the Astros. 93 draft pick Jeff Amico. Juan Bell with the Brewers. Arthur Rhodes. And behind Arthur Rhodes is Brad Hallman with the Mariners. Seattle Mariners. Wally Whitehurst with the Padres. Kirk McCaskill with the White Sox. And then we've got Coming Attractions, Steve Frashell and Turk Wendell. Mike Perez with the Cardinals. Denny Martinez with the Expos. And stuck behind him is Steve Farr with the Yankees. Woody Williams with the Blue Jays. Lloyd McClendon with the Pirates. Mickey Tettleson with the Tigers. Followed by Lou Whitaker with the Tigers. Dave Burba with the Giants. Joe Orsulak with the Mets. And Coming Attractions, Scott Hatberg, both with Boston. Okay. Let me get these back in the box so we can fill this box up. All right. Okay. All right. And pull down the next third of this stack probably. All right. Actually, I should pull a little bit less probably. That way I can get a little bit of the, there's not really much stickage really. It's just got to do the little wiggly here. All right, and we'll continue on here. John Roper with the Reds. Don Slott with the Pirates. You can always tell when there's two stuck together. You could feel the difference. Bruce Ruffin with the Rockies. Kevin Apier with the Royals. Ron Darling with the Athletics. Randy Myers with the Cubs. John Wetfield with the Expos. Henry Rodriguez with the Dodgers. Steve Sachs with the White Sox. 93 draft pick Mark Barcelo. Jamie Moyer with the Orioles. Jay Buhner, J-Bone with the Seattle Mariners, followed by Ryan Bowen with the Marlins. Mike Musina with the Orioles. Derek Parks with the Twins. There we go. 1994 prospects, AAA Eddie Zambrano, AA Glenn Murray, Single A Chad Mottala, and draft pick Jermaine Allensworth. Okay. Willie Blair with the Rockies, followed by Darren Jackson with the Mets, Bobby Jones with the Mets. All right, measures of greatness, Wade Boggs. Tim Morrell with the Padres. Jeremy Hernandez with the Indians. followed by Doug Strange with the Rangers, John Franco with the Mets, Scott Servius, manager for the Seattle Mariners currently with the Astros, followed by Hank. Oh, boom! Hank Aaron. Boom, boom, boom. Number 715, and it is card number 715. Boom, boom, boom. 20th anniversary. Boom, that's a nice card. Nice, pristine looking card. Mike Williams with the Phillies. Bill Swift with the Giants. Jerry Goff with the Pirates. 1994 prospects. AAA Chris Howard. AA Carlos Delgado. Single A Jason Kendall. And draft pick Paul Bacco. Scott Kiminecki with the Yankees. Boom! Ken Griffey Jr. with the Seattle Mariners. Boom, boom, boom. Card number 400, Ken Griffey Jr. This is fifth year in baseball. Already had 132 home runs. All right. Boom. Ken Griffey Jr. Terry Pendleton with the Braves. Followed by Jeff Conine with the Marlins. Gold Cup card. Archie Cianfranco with the Padres. 1993 draft pick Dan Eller. Jeff Gardner with the Padres. And Darren Holmes with the Rockies. Boom. So we've seen a Cal Ripken Jr. so far, a Ken Griffey Jr. so far. I don't like it as much when they put the card numbers in the center. I'd prefer them on either end of the card. But that's just personal preference, especially for sorting. Makes it a little harder to sort the cards this way. All right. Donald, when are you breaking 2011 tops? Oh, wow. That'll be probably this. Let's see, 2011. I haven't really looked that far ahead there, Trent, but you could probably keep moving forward. This is 94 this week, so just look on your calendar and then go 95, 96, 97, 98. Boom, up to 2011. We'll be going up to at least 2019 unless they come out with the complete set. I mean, I can almost create the... A matter of fact, I might do it this year instead of buying my set with the 2020 Top Series 1 I have. If I start buying some 2020 Top Series 2, I could start putting I could probably just put my own set together. That would be cool. But you mean this the box of the 2011 tops? I've got a 2011 tops already in my set, but it's like $100 for 6 cards. Oh, is there 6 cards in that set that are worth $100? Is that what you're trying to say? Oh, Eric is breaking it tomorrow. Oh, he's doing a break of 2011 tops. I got you. Oh, it probably would be pricey. Yeah. No, I'm gonna open up my 2011 Topps baseball card set. So I guess if Mike Trout's rookie card is in that one, yeah, I do have that set. That's for sure. All right, so let me continue on here. Thanks there, Trent, though. Appreciate that. A hobby box is like, oh wow, hobby box is like $5,000. Should have bought and held on to. that would have been neat. All right, so Skeeter Barnes with the Tigers. Got a couple cards stuck together here. Chris Jones with the Rockies. Eddie Guardado with the Twins. Charlie Hayes with the Rockies. Coming attractions, Jerry Spradlin and Johnny Ruffin. Jack McDowell with the White Sox. Paul Molitor with the Blue Jays. Rafael Navoa with the Brewers. John Schmaltzy, Hall of Famer, with the Braves. Tom Edens with the Astros. Measures of Greatness, Brian Sandberg. Bob Needle with the Marlins. Boy, we're running behind here. Mark Langston with the Angels. Vince Horseman with the Athletics. Paul Swingle and Mark Holzheimer? Is that Holzheimer? Yeah, Holzheimer. Both pitchers with the California Angels. Interesting card there. Jeff Montgomery with the Royals. Tim Castro with the Reds. Followed by Marquis Grissom with the Expos. And Kent Urbick with the Twins. Matt Williams with the Giants. 1993 draft pick, Greg Norton. Aaron Seeley with the Red Sox. Greg Jeffries with the Cardinals. Vip Roberts with the Reds. 1993 draft pick, Josu Estrada with the Expos. Freddie Benavides with the Rockies. Matt Whiteside with the Rangers. Followed by Brett Boone with the Seattle Mariners. And Zane Smith with the Pirates. There we go. Put these guys in the books. Okay. All right. Let's go Felix Jose with the Royals. Coming attractions, Sean Bergman and Danny Bautista. Phil Leftwich with the Angels. Gene Harris with the Padres. Carl Rhodes with the Cubs. Rod Bolton and James Baldwin with the White Sox. Jack Armstrong with the Marlins. Kevin Reamer with the Brewers. Followed by Steve Scarions? Is it Scarions? Scarson with the Giants. Orestes Destrade with the Marlins. Tony Fernandez with the Blue Jays. Tim Salmon, there we go, with the Angels. Gold Cup card. Carl Willis with the Twins. Randy Velarde with the Yankees. Chris Gwynn, Tony Gwynn's brother, with the Royals. There we go. Denny Hocking and Oscar Munoz with the Minnesota Twins. Eric Plunk with the Indians. Jeff Shaw with the Expos. Roger Clemens with the Red Sox. Milt Thompson with the Phillies. Dave Weathers and Carl Everett with the Marlins. Tom Lampkin with the Brewers. Darrell Hamilton with the Brewers. Andre Dawson with the Red Sox. Eric Young with the Rockies. Leo Gomez with the Orioles. Mike Benjamin with the Giants. Followed by Jesse Orosco with the Brewers. Brian Dorsett with the Reds. Joe Carter with the Blue Jays. Then we've got Mark Kiefer with and Troy O'Leary with the Brewers. Tim Wakefield with the Pirates. Mike Henman with the Tigers. Followed by Scott Bankhead with the Red Sox. Dave Hollins with the Phillies. Al Leader with the Blue Jays. Mike Felder with the Seattle Mariners. Jim Thome with the Indians. Scott Radinsky with the White Sox. Rob Ducey with the Rangers. And Measures of Greatness. Oh, boom! Ken Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey, that's our second Ken Griffey Jr. in the set so far. Wonder how many Ken Griffey Juniors are in this set. That's 2 so far. We're only about 1/4 of the way through the box with 2 Ken Griffey Juniors. I like that. Okay, let's get. You can see they're a little bit squeaky. That means there's a little bit of stickiness, but not a whole lot. It's just minor stickage. Okay. With the first one, Jeff Facero with the Expos, Wes Chamberlain with the Phillies, Juan Gonzalez with the Rangers, Jose Vizcano with the Cubs, Dave Stewart with the Blue Jays, Tom Browning with the Reds, Sammy Sosa with the Cubs, Mark Clark with the Indians, Chuck Knobloch with the Twins, Darren Fletcher with the Expos, Tim Lawrence with the Yankees, Angel Miranda with the Brewers, Henry Cotto with the Marlins. 3 cards stuck there. Keith Miller with the Royals, Phil Clark with the Padres, Brian Barnes with the Expos, followed by Greg Olson with the Orioles, our first checklist card. Number 1 of 2. Oh, 1 of 2. We got more than 2 checklists in this set. Wow. This covers cards 597. No, 496 to 693. Chris Nabolts with the Expos, Jose Aquendo with the Cardinals, Steve Howe with the Yankees, Dante Bichette, Bo Bichette's dad, Joe Grahe with the Angels, Todd Basinger with the Giants. He's now a sports commentator for the Seattle Mariners. Paul Quandrell with the Red Sox. Storm Davis with the Tigers. Nate Minchie with the Red Sox. 93 draft pick, Tony Fuderick. Right. Ray Sanchez with the Cubs. Scott Lewis with the Twins. Chris Gomez with the Tigers. Kevin Gross with the Dodgers. John Hope with the Pirates. There we go. Chipper Jones and Ryan Kelsko. Coming attractions for the Atlanta Braves. All right. Ken Bottenfeld with the Rockies. Danny Tartabull with the Yankees. Willie McGee with the Giants. Brooke Fordyce and Bill Pulsifer with the New York Mets. Dwight Smith with the Cubs. Tim Laker with the Expos, Greg Maddux with the Braves, Bob Scanlon with the Cubs, and Mo Vaughn with the Red Sox, and boom, Measures of Greatness, Paul Molitor. Paul Molitor, Measures of Greatness. All right, let's see if I can split this in half. There we go. Little stacks are easier to kind of loosen up. Do the wiggle factor here. I know it looked like I'm doing a dance there, right? Joe Oliver with the Reds. Charlie O'Brien with the Mets. Alex Diaz with the Brewers. And plus some of the plastic They mustn't have used as good a plastic on the packaging of the box, so it wasn't fully sealed on the one end, but you can tell it was a complete box. It had all the insert cards in it and everything. Alex Diaz with the Brewers. Midre Cumming, Rick Odd, and who's the other one? Midre Cummings, okay, with the Pittsburgh Pirates. All right, Kevin Young with the Pirates. Jay Howell with the Braves. Bobby Bonilla with the Mets. Brian Hickerson with the Giants. Hilly Hathaway with the Angels. 93 draft pick Wayne Gomes. Ed Sprague with the Blue Jays. Scott Bullitt with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Eric Davis with the Tigers. J.R. Phillips and Rickert Fennett with the San Francisco Giants. Andres Galarga with the Rockies. Bob Walk with the Pirates. Followed by Dave Henderson with the Athletics. Brian Harper with the Twins. Draft pick, 93 draft pick Sloan Smith. 93 draft pick Ryan Hancock. Luis Polonia with the Angels. Pedro Astacio with the Dodgers. Followed by Andy Van Slyke with the Pirates. Measures of Greatness, Darren Dalton with the Philadelphia Phillies. David Justice with the Braves. Oral Hershiser with the Dodgers. Chuck McElroy with the Cubs. Dave Nilsson with the Brewers. Dennis Eckersley with the Athletics. And Raul Mondesi and Ben Van Ryn with the Dodgers. Interesting name there. Let's see. John Fishman. Hey, Donald, got your package. Thank you. John Fishman. John Fishman. Now I'm trying to ring a bell. Did you order something from me on eBay? Was that it, John? Or, now I'm mystified. I'm mystified. But appreciate that, John Fishman. John Fishman. It doesn't ring a bell. I'll have to look in my book. Have to figure that one out. John Fishman. Oh, boom, on the bottom, a Seattle Mariner. John Vanderwall with the Expos. Damian Easley. Can't make out the white on white very good. Damon Easley. Pete Smith with the Braves. Tony Gwynn. Shout out to Kevin's Card Collecting and More, or Kevin's Ministry and More now. Tony Gwynn with the San Diego Padres. Xavier Hernandez with the Astros. Bobby Kelly with the Reds. Kirk Reuter with the Expos. Carlos Baerga with the Indians. Chuck Carr with the Marlins. 93 draft pick Jamie Wright. David Segui with the Orioles. Bill Pacoda with the Braves. Followed by Ben McDonald with the Orioles. Greg Gore with the Tigers. Bobby Ayala with the Reds. Pedro Munoz with the Twins. Oh, knew that was a double banger there. Sid Fernandez with the Mets. Bobby Thompson with the Giants. Trevor Wilson with the Giants. Brian Johnson and Scott Sanders, coming attractions. David Combs with the Royals. Bob Welch with the Athletics. I now have all the Allen and Ginter Bigfoot cards. The Allen and Ginter Bigfoot cards. I'm totally confused now. Allen and Ginter Bigfoot cards. Okay. I'm I'm still stumped there, John. But appreciate that. Tom Bagnosi with the Cardinals. Um, Tori Lavulo with the Angels. Coming attractions, Gary Mata and James Mooten. Mike Greenwell with the Red Sox. Geronimo Pena with the Cardinals. There's one of two checklist. Oh, Series 2 checklist 1 of 2. So they had 4 checklists in the series. Okay, now I get it. All right, 93 draft pick, Jason Myers. Matt Turner with the Marlins. Rob Deere with the Red Sox. Alex Fernandez with the White Sox. Omar Vizquel with the Seattle Mariners. Ruben Sierra with the Athletics. And Kevin King and Eric Plottenberg with the Seattle Mariners. Chupacabra card 2. John, do me a favor and send me an email. You can see my email in the About Me tab of my channel. But yeah, I'm really curious now. There was a Chupacabra card 2. John Fishman. Forgive me, John, but I am super lost. For lack of words, I guess I could say, too. Steve Reed with the Rockies. Wayne Kirby, Gold Cup card for the Indians. 93 draft pick. David Cooper. Luis Alicia with the Cardinals. Hippolito Pichardo with the Royals. Coming attractions, Jerry Dipoto, Julian Taveras. All right, Mike Stanley with the Yankees. Frank Thomas, Measures of Greatness card. That is a cool card. Frank Thomas, 93 draft pick, Dax Winslet. 1994 Prospects card. Norberto Martin, AAA. Ruben Santana, AA. Jason Hadke, Single A. And Chris Sexton, draft pick. To complete the Allen and Ginter set. Jim Eisenreich with the Philadelphia Phillies. Kenny Rogers with the Rangers. Mike Gallego with the Yankees. Mickey Morandi with the Philadelphia Phillies. 93 draft pick, Ryan McGuire. Chip Hale with the Twins. Dan Peltier with the Rangers. Dwayne Ward with the Blue Jays. Willie Wilson with the Cubs. Jeff Tackett with the Orioles. Omar Oliveras with the Cardinals. And coming attractions, Curt Abbott and Miguel Jimenez with the Oakland Athletics. All right, Pan Mears with the Twins. Ozzie Smith with the Cardinals. Followed by Paul Sorrento with the Indians. Craig Lefferts with the Rangers. Followed by Dave Magadan with the Seattle Mariners. Dan Plesac with the Cubs. Sterling Hitchcock with the Yankees. Checklist 2 of 2 from Series 1. All right, this one's card number 199 through 399, I'm assuming. Oh, 2 cards there. 396, okay. Got checklist 1 and 2, the All-Star cards are 3s. Nice to know. Jose Canseco. All right, Jose Canseco with the Texas Rangers. Jody Reed with the Dodgers. Orlando Marquez with the Pirates. Eddie Murray with the Mets. Denny Neagle with the Pirates. Darryl Boston with the Rockies. Kirby Puckett with the Minnesota Twins. Cecil Fielder with the Tigers. Followed by Mike Stanton with the Braves. Giancarlo Stanton. Wonder if they're related. Stanton. Barry Bonds and Albert Bell, 93 Topps All-Stars. Mo Sanford with the Rockies. David McCarthy with the Twins. John Jaha with the Brewers. Willie Canate with the Blue Jays. Dennis Butcher with the Expos. 1993 draft pick, Matt Farner. All right, Sean Bosky with the Cubs. Pat Kelly with the Yankees. Chris Carpenter with the Rangers. They're stuck together. 93 draft pick, Charles Peterson. Pat Hentgen with the Blue Jays. Tim Tufel with the Padres. Rob Dibble with the Reds. Kevin Roberson with the Cubs. Gerald Williams with the Yankees. Future star Domingo Jean? Is that Jean? Domingo Jean Arhin. Ricky Jones with the Brewers and Steve Avery with the Braves. Okay. Getting pretty close. Probably when I finish this stack here, we'll be pretty close to the halfway mark in the set. In case you're wondering how we're moving along here. Uh-oh. Got some mixed up cards here. Boom. Okay. For some reason, some were backwards. That's interesting. Okay, so Doug Drabeck with the Astros. Derek Bell with the Padres. Let me get a sip of water quick, guys. When the giveaway I do for my drawings is it'll be next Tuesday in the stream. Okay, if you check out my About Me pad, check my About Me tab on my page, and you'll see how you can gain entries into the monthly drawings. Okay, thanks there, John. Appreciate that. All right. So Greg Colleran. All right, these are stuck together for sure. James Colburn. All right. Charles Nagy with the Indians. And Todd Hundley with the Mets. Kevin Tapani. Kevin Tapani. There we go. With the Twins. Tim Raines, Hall of Famer Tim Raines with the White Sox. Craig Biggio, Hall of Famer with the Astros. Jeff Innes with the Mets. Innes or Genis? Innes. Yes, I thought I said it right. Gerald Clark with the Rockies. Shane Mack with the Twins. Wilson Alvarez with the White Sox. Frank Viola with the Red Sox. Mark McLemore with the Orioles. Mel Rojas with the Expos. Brent Maine with the Royals. Craig Puckett with the Athletics. Chad Curtis with the Angels. Mike Harkey with the Cubs. Alex Arias with the Marlins. Huck Flinner with the Blue Jays. Scott Fletcher with the Red Sox. Curt Manwaring with the Giants. Um, 94 prospect cards is Luis Ortiz, AAA, David Bell, Single A, Jason Giambi, there we go, when he was with AAA, and George Arias, draft pick. Paul Wagner with the Pirates. Lance Blankenship with the Athletics, followed by Chili Davis with the Angels. Ryan Thompson with the Mets. Chris Bosio with the Mariners. Chris Bosio with the Seattle Mariners. Tony Longmire, Future Stars. All right, Todd Zeal with the Cardinals. And Carlos Garcia, Gold Cup card for the Pirates. Okay. Where can I buy into the break tomorrow? Now I'm really confused because I don't do breaks on my channel. You must have me confused with somebody else. You must have me confused with somebody else. Yeah, I don't do breaks. I do a lot of baseball history on my channel. I do family mail call when I get packages in the mail to share on the channel. On Tuesdays, I do player biographies. On Wednesday, I go through and highlight the Topps baseball card sets. I started way back with a series in the 50s and we are currently up to 1994, working our way up to 2019 and then eventually 2020 when they have the full product out. But yeah, I don't do breaks, but I do have a monthly giveaway that I'm doing this year since I got monetized in January. So yeah, I don't do breaks on my channel, unfortunately. But thanks for asking. I know you could. John Jabs got me started in this world, and so I know John Jabs, and in his channel, he does breaks. Gourmet TV, and if you're not familiar with him, Gourmet TV, he does Patreon breaks. If you become a Patreon member, Lucky is in the house. My first channel member. Lucky, greetings, sir. It looks like you made it home from work. Thanks for popping into the stream here with me. We're about at the halfway mark of going through the 1994 top set. Molitor Perez with the Yankees. Oh, there we go. Future star Manny Ramirez with the Cleveland Indians. That's a cool card. That's a cool card there. But yeah, there, John Fishman. Yeah, you probably do have me confused. I do go to John Jabs' channel, just in case you are wondering, and he does a lot of breaks. Like I said, there are break channels out there, but yeah, that wasn't nice Manny there, Lucky. All right, and there's a little bit of stickage to these. That's why I'm kind of cracking the stickiness part, and I still get doubles here and there, and I got to separate them. Willie Banks with the Twins. John Smiley with the Reds. Jeff Branson with the Reds. Tim Hewlett with the Orioles. All right, Mike Jackson with the Giants. Future star. Got some future stars coming up here, it looks like. Solomon Torres, future star for the Giants. Scott Hemond with the Athletics. John Olerud with the Toronto Blue Jays, followed by Jeremy Lloyd with the Brewers. Justin Thompson with the Detroit Tigers. Randy Johnson with the Seattle Mariners. Derek May with the Cubs. Mark Whitten with the Cardinals. Tony Pena with the Red Sox. Bernard Gilkey with the St. Louis Cardinals. All right, and then we've got we got top All-Stars, Mike Piazza and Mike Stanley with the New York Yankees and the Los Angeles Dodgers there. All right, Danny Jackson with the Phillies. Mike Trombley with the Twins. Yeah, this was a brand new set there, Lucky Lucky, and if they're packaged really well, you don't get much stickage. But this one had a little bit of a break in the plastic covering. As long as the moisture and stuff doesn't get into the product, then it doesn't stick as much. But yeah, I've got all my sets all the way through current from when I was started breaking open these packs. So my 1984, when I did that back in the day, that was a self-collated set. It was not in a complete box. But then I believe it was 1980, I want to say 87 or 86. I think it might have been 86 when I had my first box opening of a complete set. So, and then some of those I had opened, I think. But it was just, I think it was last week with 93 and 94 where you get the special inserts, which you can go back and watch that. Sure is slippery. All right, so Will Clark with the Giants. Travis Fryman with the Tigers. Followed by, you can see a little stickage here, Jimmy Key with the Yankees. Rick Rodriguez with the Marlins. Don't think, no, that's a single. This one's a double. No, it's not. Kevin Bass with the Astros. Darrell Whitmore with the Marlins. Carlos Quintana with the Red Sox. Checklist number 1 through 198. So we got our 4 checklists out of the set already. Billy Spears with the Brewers. Except for I think we might have one more checklist with the back cards in the set. So we are just over the halfway mark in the set. We've got these 3 stacks to go still. Here, let me put those like that. How's that sound? And move this one over here so you guys can see my John Olerud that I did earlier in the week, my Through the Mail. That was my Through the Mail John Olerud piece of the game. That was a Bat Relic card that I got from John Olerud, and with Jay's cards. We went in a collab and stuff. He sent me something from Canada, and I sent it in. Got 3 cards autographed. 1 was for me, and 2 were for Jay's mix. And then earlier in this week, I got that all displayed up here so that you can see my John Olerud card. I'll keep that there for a little bit until we get something new, big, and upcoming. All right. So Mike Lansing with the Expos Gold Cup card. Pat Borders with the Blue Jays. All right. Luis Lopez with the Padres. Joe Girardi with the Rockies. Followed by, oh, we got a couple cards stuck together here. Al Martin with the Pirates. And Bobby Munoz with the Yankees. Derek Lindquist with the Indians. And Tim Belcher with the White Sox. Future star Cliff Floyd with the Expos. Followed by, oh, I just got some slippery card there. Ozzie Guillen with the White Sox. Followed by Jeff Brantley with the Giants. Rick Monteleone with the Yankees. Jeff McKnight with the Mets. Damon Berryhill with the Braves. 94 prospects. Orlando Miller, AAA. Brandon Wilson, single A. Derek Jeter. Oh, there we go. There's a prospect card for Derek Jeter. 1994. That's an awesome card to have in this set, that's for sure. And Mike Neal with the Cleveland Indians. Nice prospect card there with the Jeter on it. Tim Mauser with the Padres. Danny Darwin with the Red Sox. Followed by Lee Smith with the Yankees. Mark Thompson, future star. Mike Bordick with the Athletics. Tom Candeliotti with the Dodgers. Ricky Jordan with the Phillies. Tyler Green with the Phillies. Carlos Hernandez with the Dodgers. Topps All-Stars, Bobby Thompson and Roberto Alomar. Frank Thomas with the White Sox. Jim Abbott with the Yankees. Followed by Hal Morris with the Reds. Future star Nigel Wilson. Followed by a Barry Larkin with the Cincinnati Reds. And a Dan Wilson with the Cincinnati Reds. All right, Walt Weiss with the Marlins. Eric Karros with the Dodgers. Deion Sanders with the Braves. Larry Lubers with the Reds. We got two stuck there. Okay. Jason Beer. This one's B-E-R-E. B-E-R-E with the White Sox. And Alan Mills with the Orioles. Okay. Straighten up that part of the stack there. Go into the next section here. I don't have. I'm a big Topps collector there, John Fishman. But thank you. No, I'm not a big Bowman fan. I do some Bowmans, but nothing like this. So continuing on, of course, I do my Topps baseball card series on Wednesdays. I do my baseball team histories on Thursdays, and on Friday I do my Hall of Fame inductees, which once we get back through all the Hall of Fame inductees, then I'll be changing my Hall of Fame Friday inductees series into my Hall of Fame biographies video series. So yeah, so Wednesday through Fridays, or Tuesday through Fridays, I do my history lessons, and then Saturdays are open. I will be having my my 2020 Red, White, and Blue Mystery Pack Series 1 preview, and that product will go on sale on July 4th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that'll be noon on the East Coast. But that will be my next sale for the first Saturday of the month. Every first Saturday of the month, I do a sale on my channel. So that's what will be highlighted this month in July. Dave Martinez with the Giants. Greg McMichael, Gold Cup card for the Braves. Anthony Young with the Mets. Bill Wirtz with the Indians. Gene Furman with the Indians. Lou Frazier with the Expos. Craig Shipley with the Padres. Mike Maddox with the Mets. Sorry, we're having more stickage again. Darren Lewis with the Giants. Eddie Taubensee. It was hard to read that whole long name. With the Astros. Jose Guzman with the Cubs. 1993 draft pick Jeremy Lee, followed by Lenny Webster with the Twins. Reggie Jefferson with the Indians. All right, Jose Lynn with the Royals. Brian Williams with the Astros. Brett Barberie with the Marlins. Danny Schaefer with the Rockies. Wally Joyner with the Royals. Mark Lemke with the Braves. Richie Lewis with the Marlins. Jeff Russell with the Red Sox. And Chris Hammond with the Marlins. Huber's Cards and More. Hey, Mr. Donald, good to see you or hear your voice, at least again. No problem. I haven't seen you in quite some time there, Huber. Nice to see you made it back into the channel for a little bit. Appreciate you being here, that's for sure. Okay, let's continue on going through this stack here. All right, we've got 2 more stacks to go after this one, and then we'll finish off our set here. But Huber's Cards and More, thanks for popping in here. If you put the cards in water, they won't stick. Not quite good advice there, John Fishman. You might catch some fish in the water. but I don't know if cards would do good in the water. Sorry. But that's a nice humorous comment, that's for sure. Mitch Webster with the Dodgers. Rick Aguilera with the Twins. Tony Urbani with the Cardinals. John Flaherty with the Red Sox. Future star with the Cincinnati Reds, Calvin Reese. Dan Gladden with the Tigers. Tony Fossas with the Red Sox. Followed by Robin Ventura with the White Sox. Scott Cooper with the Red Sox. Roger Pavlik with the Rangers. Followed by Joe Mesa with the Indians. Sandy Alomar with the Indians. Brian Harvey with the Marlins. Scott Leidy with the Athletics. 93 draft pick Andy Rice. Followed by Royce Clayton with the Giants. John Burkett with the Giants. Mike Moeller with the Athletics. Armando Reynosa with the Rockies. Harold Reynolds with the Orioles. Future star with the Seattle Mariners, Tim Davis. Sorry, that's the way I shout out my Mariners. Jeff Schwartz with the White Sox. Mitch Williams with the Phillies. Followed by a sticking card of Mark Newfield with the Seattle Mariners. Future star Jose Valentin with the Brewers. Chuck Finley with the Angels. Bud Black with the Giants. Steve Dreyer with the Rangers. Kevin Wickender with the Reds. Rich Becker, Future Stars. Ryan Sandberg with the Cubs. Benny Santiago with the Marlins. Brian Turang with the Seattle Mariners. Future star with the California Angels, Garrett Anderson. Followed by Eric Papas with the Cardinals. Kevin McReynolds with the Royals. Vinny Castillo with the Rockies. There's our second Cal Ripken Jr. with the Baltimore Orioles. Boom, boom, boom. Cal Ripken Jr. Steve Dixon with the Cardinals. 93 draft pick Alan Baines with the with the St. Louis Cardinals. Sorry about that. Almost said the Baltimore Orioles. Mark Wohlers with the Braves and Ricky Henderson with the Blue Jays. All right, we've got one more little section in this stack and then two more stacks to go. All right. Lucky Hubers at Cards and More. Hi. Is that Ocean City, Maryland? I'm going card hunting tomorrow in Ocean City during vacation. That is cool. Yeah, hopefully you can find some good card shops there in Ocean City. I've been to Ocean City once, but as far as Ocean City, New Jersey, I've been there hundreds of times. I used to live in that area when I grew up in New Jersey. But Ocean City, New Jersey is where my family's candy store is, in Ocean City, New Jersey on Asbury Avenue. Give a free advertisement for my brother there in Ocean City, New Jersey. And I believe, if I recollect right, I think there was a card store there in Ocean City, New Jersey. Joe McGreen with the California Angels. Howard Johnson with the New York Mets. Jeff Blauser with the Braves. Matt Noakes with the Yankees. Jack Voigt with the Orioles. Roberto Mejia with the Rockies. Alan Watson with the Cardinals. Prospects card here for Chad Ogia with AAA. Duffy Brumley AA. Terrell Wade Single A. And Chris Michalak draft pick for the 1994 Prospects. Spike Owen with the Yankees. Dave West with the Phillies. Edgar Martinez for the Seattle Mariners, Hall of Famer. All right, future star Javi Lopez, followed by a Russ Springer with the Angels, Gary Radu with the Rangers, Randy Knorr with the Blue Jays, Matt Miskey with the Brewers, Rod Beck with the Giants, Len Dykstra and Ken Griffey Jr. There we go, our third Ken Griffey Jr. in the set, along with Len Dykstra, 1993 Topps All-Stars. So 3 Ken Griffey Jr.'s in this set. Scott Livingstone with the Tigers, Andujar Cedeno with the Astros, Moises Alou with the Expos, Rick Amaral with the Seattle Mariners, Doug Henry with the Milwaukee Brewers, Chris Haney with the Royals, Bob McDonald with the Tigers, David Wells with the Tigers, Mark Leiter with the Tigers, Wade Boggs and Matt Williams, 1993 Topps All-Stars, and Jose Bautista with the Chicago Cubs. Boom. All right, we're probably well past the 2/3 mark on this set here. So we'll see when we finish up if we have time to open up. Maybe I'll open up some of the Babe Ruth packs and then save some of them for tomorrow's team history. Maybe I'll have to do a little research and decide who we want to do for a team history tomorrow. How's that sound? We got a Gold Cup card right on the top of this stack here. At John Fishman, I have heard that story. Don't know if it's true. Oh, you mean as far as putting them in water? Why would you want to put them in water? It's going to ruin the cards. Look for 1952 mantles in the ocean. Yeah, but I don't know what condition they would be in. I know Topps dumped a lot of baseball cards in the ocean back in the day, but I don't know if they were in secure packaging or not. And if so, that would be a miracle, and that would be awesome. About 52 mantles being dumped in the ocean. Yeah, I've heard that rumor, now that I know what you're talking about there. I didn't see the chat at first. Yeah, I have heard that rumor. That would be awesome to find a whole box of 52 mantles. And if they were still in good shape, that would be an amazing find, that's for sure. Just trying to, let's see, refresh my chat here. Boom. Okay. So we're going to continue on here with Will Cordero, Gold Cup card for the Expos. Pat Rapp with the Marlins. We've got Fred McGriff and Frank Thomas for the 93 Topps All-Stars. Larry Walker with the Expos. Gotta check something really quick here. There we go. I could hear my voice a little bit in the background there. That means my iMac the volume was up too much. You want to leave it barely on for analytics reasons. Tom Wallach with the Dodgers. Steve Cook, Gold Cup card for the Pirates. Manuel Lee with the Rangers. Ricky Gutierrez with the Padres. We've got 1993 Topps All-Stars David Justice and Juan Gonzalez. Phil Plantier with the Padres. Greg Caderet with the Royals. Greg Harris with the Rockies. Future star Todd Jones, followed by Pat Mahomes with the Twins. Jeff Bagwell, Hall of Famer with the Astros, followed by Blas Minor with the Pirates. Greg Hibbard with the Cubs. Glenn Allen Hill with the Cubs. Future stars Alex Gonzalez with the Toronto Blue Jays. Scott Brosius with the Athletics. Mark McGuire with the Athletics. Julio Franco with the Rangers. Mike Bell, 1993 draft pick. Jeremy Burnett. Kevin Mitchell with the Reds. JT Snow, Gold Cup card. Kevin Stocker with the Phillies. Jeff King with the Pirates. Curtis Leskanik with the Rockies, followed by Greg Gagne with the Royals, Mark Grace with the Cubs, Doug Jones with the Astros, Brad Pennington with the Orioles, Paul Assenmacher with the Yankees, Jeff Nelson with the Seattle Mariners. Thought there was one stuck together there. Brady Anderson with the Orioles, Mark Devereaux with the Pirates, Rick, how do you say that one? Rick Turlasek with the Dodgers, Scott Ruffcorn with the White Sox, and BJ Surhoff with the Brewers. Man, these cards are towards the bottom here. I think this was toward the end that was more open. That's probably why we're getting a little bit extra sticky here. Donald Blondell, by God's grace, would you be interested in trading your Yelich rookie medallion for a Randy Johnson and or Edgar Martinez rookies? My Yelich rookie medallion. I'd have to see if I got a spare one there, Huber. But I don't need any Randy Johnson or Edgar Martinez rookies. I've got all their rookie cards, plus plenty of extras. But thanks for the offer. But I'll check on that Yelich rookie medallion card, okay? He'll trade for $1 million. Thanks, John. Mike Timlin with the Blue Jays, John Dobson with the Red Sox, Lance Painter with the Rockies, Bob Ojeda with the Indians, Alan Osuna with the Astros, Rene Gonzalez with the Angels, Rob Butler with the Blue Jays, Ken Hill with the Expos, 93 draft pick Jeff Granger with the Kansas City Royals, Roger McDowell with the Dodgers, Faith, Family, and Sports is in the house. How you doing, Aaron? Thanks for popping in with us today. Faith, Family, and Sports. Hey, Lucky. All right. Appreciate you being here, Aaron. Popping into the stream when you get home from work. I really do appreciate that. Really do. Let's see. I got to do a refresh here. It says on my computer there's 2 waiting. Looks like we have 8 watching. I show 8 watching on my phone. Okay. Okay. Get back into the stream here. Eric Anthony with the Astros, George Bell with the White Sox, Marvin Freeman with the Braves, Otis Nixon with the Braves, Marcus Moore with the Rockies, followed by a Stan Belinda with the Royals, Jay Bell with the Pirates, Tom Gordon, D. Gordon's dad, with the Royals, future star Eric Helfand with the A's, Rafael Belliard with the Braves, Albie Lopez with the Indians, Ken Rogers with the Giants, George Samus with the Twins, David Need with the Rockies, 94 prospects, Curtis Pride with AAA for the Montreal Expos, Sean Green AA with the Toronto Blue Jays, Mark Sweeney with the California Angels single A, and Eddie Davis draft pick for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Greg Olson with the Braves, Gary DeSarcina with the Angels, Bob Wickman with the Yankees. Then we've got our 93 Topps All-Star stars, Randy Myers and Jeff Montgomery. Kevin Brown with the Rangers. My word, what kind of stretch is that? Must be incoming ball there in the outfield. Or stretching, one of the two. Today that would probably be a short print card. Greg Litton with the Seattle Mariners. Mike LaValle with the White Sox. Ron Gant with the Braves. Ted Power with the Seattle Mariners. Paul Carey, future star. Pedro Martinez with the Dodgers. And Ken Ryan with the Red Sox. Go ahead and put these in the box for now. As we get closer to finishing off this set of cards. Wow. This is going to almost break a record. Probably because the cards are sticking a little bit. That's why it's putting us over here today. Always glad when I can make it. Oh, no problem. I understand the situations. You need to work so you can provide for your family, brother. That's first and foremost. That's more important than the baseball cards, that's for sure. I can do this, and I do this the time I do because that works out for my schedule and my timing with things I do not only on the channel, but in family life and in our church. So Bernie Williams with the Yankees, George Brett with the Royals, Alan Trammell. Wow, look at that. Bernie Williams, George Brett, Alan Trammell. We're on a little roll there. Kim Batiste with the Philadelphia Phillies. Phil Hyatt with the Royals. Marcos Armas with the Athletics. Ben Rivera with the Phillies. Benji Gill, future star card for Benji Gill. Jose Offerman. I thought maybe it was one stuck together. Jose Offerman with the Dodgers. Doc Gooden with the Mets. Greg Myers with the Angels. There we go. 94 prospects. Billy Massey, AAA for the Yankees. Stanton Cameron, AA for the Pirates. Tim Clark, single A. And Craig McClure, draft pick for the White Sox. All right. Brad Osmus with the Padres. Mark Carrion with the Giants. Damon Buford with the Orioles. Luis Aquino, all right, with the Marlins. Tim Pugh with the Reds. Future star Ray McDavid with the Padres. Fernandez Valenzuela with the Baltimore Orioles. Billy Hatcher with the Red Sox. Randy Tomlin with the Pirates. Delino DeShields for the Montreal Expos. Cal Eldred with the Brewers. Jim Gott with the Dodgers. Brett Butler with the Dodgers. Curt Stillwell with the Angels. Gerald Perry with the Cardinals. Billy Wagner with the 1993 draft pick. Rick Wilkins with the Cubs. All right, one more little portion, and then we'll get into our last stack. See if we can do this in one last swoop group here. I only do that because it helps sometimes. I'm waiting for the cactus. Chad Kreuter with the Tigers. Ivan Rodriguez. There's Pudge Rodriguez with the Rangers. Rene Arocha with the Cardinals. Don Paul with the Phillies. Bill Hasselman with the Seattle Mariners. Kirk Gibson with the Tigers. Rob Nen with the Marlins. Jimmy Key and Tom Glavine, Topps All-Stars for 93. John Doherty with the Tigers. Mike Fetters with the Brewers. Dave Gallagher with the Mets. Darren Dalton with the Phillies. Future star Butch Husky with the Mets. Chris Hoyles with the Orioles. Jacob Brumfield with the Reds. Mark Hutton with the Yankees. Frank Rodriguez, future star, all right, for the Red Sox. Juan Guzman with the Blue Jays. Mike Butcher with the Angels. Chris Turner with the Angels. Future star Trip Cromer. Future star Trip Coma. That's off for the year 1994. A nice backdrop there with that red coloring there. Coolness there. Future star. Brett Saberhagen with the Mets. Mark Kubica with the Royals. Billy Ashley with future star for the Dodgers. Andy Baines with the Padres. Thomas Howard with the Reds. 93 draft pick Brooks Kishnick. All right, and Tim Scott with the Expos. Future star Danny Maselli with the Pirates. Trevor Hoffman with the Padres. Jeff Blauser and Cal Ripken. There's our third Cal Ripken card with the Baltimore Orioles. 93 All-Stars, 93 draft pick Kelly Wunsch, and Melvin Neves with the San Diego Padres. Waiting for the cactus. Trying to catch a cactus there now, John? All right, one more stack to go and we will finish up our 1994 baseball card set. All right, last stack to go. I caught a snipe. You caught a snipe. That's a term we would use in the Navy, that's for sure. You caught a snipe. That's pretty interesting. I haven't heard that term in a while. And I've been retired over 21 years now from the Navy. Paul Kilgus with the Cardinals. Kevin Foster and Gene Shaw, coming attractions. Todd Van Poppel with the Athletics. Joe Klink with the Marlins. Steve Buechele with the Cubs. Greg Harris with the Red Sox. Alvaro Espinosa with the Indians. Greg Kegel, 1993 draft pick. Ramon Martinez with the Dodgers. Junior Ortiz with the Indians. Andy Ashley with the Padres. Coming attractions, John O'Donohue and Mike O'Quist. All right. Looks like that's with the Orioles. Tommy Green with the Phillies. Frank Castillo with the Cubs. Tony Gaetti with the Royals. Bob Tewksbury with the Cardinals. Eduardo Perez with the Angels. Jay Powell, 93 draft pick. Fred McGriff with the Braves. Lance Johnson with the White Sox. Rio Cormier with the Cardinals. John Valentin with the Red Sox. Tim Bogar with the Mets. Todd Worrell with the Dodgers. Steve Hosey with the Giants. Devin White with the Blue Jays. Tim Naring with the Red Sox. Charlie Ho with the Marlins. Dave Hansen with the Dodgers. Ellis Burks with the White Sox. Jeff Juden with the Astros. Jerry Browns with the Athletics. Dave Winfield with the Twins. Roberto Alomar with the Jays. Kent Merker with the Braves. Did you used to send guys on snipe hunts in the Navy, Donald? I can neither confirm nor deny that. I can neither confirm nor deny that. The Navy actually covered up the existence of Bigfoot. Look up the files they released. What would the Navy have to do with Bigfoot anyway? We're a seagoing branch of the service. I fell well down. Rick Sutcliffe with the Orioles. Eric Hansen with the Seattle Mariners. Kevin Seitzer with the Brewers. Joe Boever with the Tigers. Richard Batchelor and Brian Barber, coming attractions. Steve Finley with the Astros. John Habyan with the Royals. John Kruk with the Phillies. Joey Cora with the White Sox. Steve Wilson with the Dodgers. Kirby Puckett, Measures of Greatness card. Kirby Puckett. All right, Larry Cassian with the Twins. Rick Rowland with the Tigers. Dave Stanton with the Padres. We've got our coming attractions. Bob Haviland? Is that Haviland? Hamelin and Vitiello. Joe Vitiello. All right. Paul O'Neill with the Yankees. Danny Cox with the Blue Jays. Tim Spear with the Expos. Mark Portugal with the Astros. Barry Bonds with the Giants. And Wade Boggs with the Yankees. Making sure there wasn't a double there. All right. You get through this section here, and then we'll be ready for the last Bigfoots. Bigfoots are amphibians. Oh, I thought that was the Loch Ness Monster. The Loch Ness Monster was amphibian, and Bigfoot I thought was a land-based animal. Washington is a very squatchy state. Yes, they always have. Oh, don't worry. We have Bigfoot music here in town, so everybody says they spotted Bigfoot in Smoky Point, close near where I live here. So they even got bumper stickers for that music store. Bigfoot music. But yeah, Sasquatch in our mountain range is always said to have existed. Roberto Hernandez with the White Sox. Pete Harnish with the Astros. Ron Karkovis with the White Sox. Have you been to Area 51 down in Nevada? Yes, I've been by that place too. At one point or another in time. Coming attractions, John Shave and Desi Wilson. Reggie Sanders with the Cincinnati Reds. Bill Wegman with the Brewers. Ken Caminetti with the Astros. Steve Frey with the Angels. Bo Jackson, Bo Nose with the White Sox. 93 draft pick, Pat Watkins. Len Dykstra with the Phillies. Harold Baines, Hall of Famer with the Orioles. 93 draft pick, John Waston. Jose Rijo with the Reds. Donovan Osborne with the Cardinals. Mike Morgan with the Cubs. Luis Gonzalez with the Astros. Stan Javier with the Angels. John Ratliff with the Cubs. Draft pick 93, Barry Bonds. There we go, Barry Bonds, Measures of Greatness. Doug Brocail with the Padres. Jeff Kent with the Mets. Albert Bell with the Indians. Sid Bream with the Braves. And Pete Shashurik with the Mets. That's where they house the aliens. So they say. I'll leave that one at that. Hold on, let me do it. Gotta do a quick adjustment in here in the box. Make sure I make a little compression space for the last little set here. I think that'll fit in there with what I've got left. So let's get through these last two stacks. Have you been to Area 51? That's where they house the aliens. That's probably why they're trying to make it to Mars, so they can take them back into outer space. Gotta get those aliens back where they belong in Mars and beyond. All right, Mike McFarland with the Royals. Don Mattingly chasing Donnie Baseball for the Yankees. Okay, Tony Frasco with the Braves. Bob Zupik with the Red Sox. Tino Martinez with the Seattle Mariners. 93 draft pick Kevin Ory. Mike Moore with the Tigers. Pedro Martinez with the Padres. 93 draft pick Mark Valdez. Coming attractions Russ Davis and Brian Taylor. Gary Sheffield with the Marlins. Dave Fleming with the Seattle Mariners. Mariano Duncan with the Philadelphia Phillies. Bill Gullickson with the Tigers. Domingo Cedeno and Paul Spolaric with the Toronto Blue Jays. Coming attractions Willie Green with the Reds. Candy Maldonado with the Indians. Jim Edmonds with the Angels. And Gabe White and Rondell White with the Montreal Expos. And our last little stack here. Did you see, let's see, with their consent, of course, John Fishman, Did you see those videos of the British fighter pilots who said the UFOs come up to their planes and then just fly off? Wow, you get around there, John. I am very, very familiar with those photos and those videos and all the information regarding that event. Pete Cavilla with the Philadelphia Phillies, Pat Listach with the Brewers, Scott Service. Sorry about that. Scott Service with the Cincinnati Reds, and now Scott Service is our manager for the Seattle Mariners. Omar Dahl with the Dodgers, Mike Piazza Gold Cup card. Awesome. Nice to see that one now. Sean Berry with the Expos, Todd Froworth with the Orioles, Roger Salked with the Seattle Mariners, Future Stars Billy Brewer, or is it Brewer? Two cards there. How about we get the two separated? Yeah, Billy Brewer with the Kansas City Royals. Why wasn't he with the Milwaukee Brewers? Could you imagine Brewer playing for the Brewers? Brewer playing for the Brewers. I wonder if he ever did play with the Brewers. Terry Mulholland with the Phillies, Greg Vaughn with the Brewers, Curt Schilling with the Philadelphia Phillies, Scott Erickson with the Twins, Tony Phillips with the Tigers, future star Matt Walbeck. All right. Chris Donnells with the Astros, Jeff Reed with the Giants, Steve Carsey with the Athletics, Nolan Ryan, Major League 27 seasons for Nolan Ryan. That is awesome. Looks like they almost list all 27 seasons on the back there. Probably not quite. Well, they start out at 63 through 93. Well, 63 through 93. Oh, he did have a couple years he didn't play. I was going to say 63 to 93. 66. Can hardly read that fine print there. But Nolan Ryan, 27 Major League seasons. Dean Palmer with the Rangers. What card number is that one in the set? 34. Dean Palmer with the Rangers. Robin Yount with the Brewers. Billy Witt with the Athletics. Greg Swindell with the Astros. Kenny Lofton with the Cleveland Indians. We've got our 93 All-Stars Greg Maddux and Jake McDowell. And our last card is Kevin Higgins with the Padres. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Turn this over. Slide this in the box. All right. Show you the box is back to being full. So there we go. We completed the 1994 Topps baseball card set. Is in the books. Is in the books. Let me set this aside real quick. All right. And again, for those that weren't here at the beginning, these were our preview cards that come in the set as it's listed on the box there. You get the gold cards. You get the previews. Wait, you get the black gold. Pre-production cards. Now you get the pre-production cards, these ones, and the gold cards as per the set here. These are the special inserts that are available in the set here. As you can see, the 1995 pre-production cards, the 3-card Superstar Sampler, and the 10 cards and 3 Topps black gold cards. I'll just highlight through these real quick. These are the previews for next week's set. Alex Fernandez with the White Sox, Roberto Hernandez with the White Sox, Mike Devereaux with the Orioles, Ken Griffey Jr., awesome card to get there from my Ken Griffey Jr. set. Then we've got Travis Fryman with the Tigers, Sandy Alomar with the Indians. We got Greg Vaughn with the Brewers, Mike Piazza with the Dodgers, Larry Walker with the Expos, both Larry Walkers both versions. Awesome cards there for my Hall of Fame collection there on those. Then the 3 inserts for the Superstar Sampler is, of course, the 3 Mark Grace cards, the Topps Finest, the Topps Stadium Club, and the Bowman are the 3 highlight cards there. And then the last part we'll go over here is the Topps Gold cards from the 1994 set. So we've got the Topps Black Gold is Kirby Puckett, Craig Biggio, and Mark Grace. And then we've got the regular Topps Gold cards, Bill Wirtz with the Indians, Derek Lindquist with the Indians, Future Star Topps Gold, Manny Ramirez, Tim Scott with the Expos, Ken Ryan with the Red Sox. Then we've got the Coming Attractions, Mark Hogan, Paul Swingell, Mike Devereaux, Dave Hollins, Danny Bautista, and Sean Bergman, Topps Gold. And then the last Topps Gold is John Vanderwall. So these were nice insert cards to get. That'll go into either my PC or my card separations for Hall of Famers. So without further ado, here's what I'm going to do real quick. We're not going to open up all these Babe Ruth collection cards, but I'm going to open up 5 packs. Since I do have a few more minutes before 1 o'clock, because me and the wife do have to eat some lunch here in a minute. So I'm going to just put a couple stands up here real quick. And we'll highlight some of the cards we can get out of the Babe Ruth collection here. And then we'll see what we pull out here. I do have a few of them here. The Polo Grounds opening day in 1920. The Ruth chatting with his adoring fans. Babe Ruth was an avid and excellent golfer. Quotables. This is an insert card here. Quotable one. Oh, that was 2 quotables here. I think that's the only 2 inserts. I think you get probably 1 insert per pack when you open them up. So let me put the quotables last here. Okay. Of course, you got Babe Ruth, the King, right there. Iconic image of the King SWAT. Card number 6 in the set. Babe Ruth, the Sultan of SWAT, sweats at the gym. Babe Ruth with a rare Yankees mound appearance. Babe Ruth, known for his bat. Ruth was also an excellent fielder. Babe Ruth, the Babe in his famous pitching pose. And then we have a couple of quotables here. Babe Ruth was, is, and always will be to me the best game in the world. And then another Babe Ruth quotable is, I said I'm going to hit the next one right over the flagpole. God must have been there with me. Okay. John Fishman, where did I get those? These are 2016 Leaf products, in case you're wondering there. And then, let's see, is Trent still in here? Trent, are you still here, or did you take off, Trent? Let me see where Trent might have said, probably said goodbye or something, but Trent was in here earlier. All right. Or he might be listening in the background. Are you here, Trent? Probably not, huh? So I'm going to open up Trent in my last fan mail package I got some packs of cards from him. So I'm going to open up 5 of these packs, and we will save the other 15 for tomorrow after I do my history lesson. And we'll open up a couple of these then. So I'm going to open up some of these cards here. All right. And we'll go ahead and highlight what we can pull out of these. You can get some insert cards, and there is a possibility of getting a relic card. But this is, in case you are wondering, it is a 2016 Leaf product. I'll pull this down here and show you right here. I believe it has the year. Yeah, it has the year on here. And it does say it right on the front, doesn't it? Yeah. The Babe Ruth collection, 2016, 5 cards per pack. and it is a Leaf. So if you look up Leaf, or 2016 Leaf Babe Ruth collection, you'll find them online. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open up some of these, see what we can find in these few packs here. All right, we'll see what we can find in these Leaf baseball cards. Okay, so we got nice one there. Ruth chatting with his adoring fans. I think we had another one of those earlier. I think it was in this stack here. Babe Ruth, the Babe selects his 42-ounce bat to use for that day's baseball game. Babe Ruth. Ruth pitched an incredible 6 years for Boston. Babe Ruth publicity photo at a New York gym in 1933. And then here we go. Achievements. Oh, this is an insert set. I think you get one insert card per 5-card pack. So career achievement, 7-time World Series champion. A 7-time World Series champion. We'll put that one over here. All right. Get into... Oh, nothing, Trent. I just started opening these packages. Some of these packages you sent. I'm looking at the chat. What are you doing? Conspiracy theories on the channel now too? Haha. No, that was John Fishman. John Fishman, my new member on the channel here, as far as I can tell, unless he changed his name. Who did you used to be, John Fishman? All right. There we go. Babe Ruth, the Babe choosing his lumber. All right. And then Babe Ruth, a young Ruth ready to take the hill in 1915. Wow, he is very young in that picture. Babe Ruth, Yankee Stadium's 25th anniversary in 1948. And here we go, another quotable quote here. The only real game I think in the world is baseball, said Babe Ruth. And then, okay, looks like that quotable was out of order for the last card. And then Babe Ruth, Ruth readies for Game 1 of the 1927 World Series. All right, down to 2 more packs for today. I'm only doing 5 packs, okay, Trent? I'm going to save some more for tomorrow since today's stream went so long. Hey, Tenert. Okay, so... another career achievement card, and this one on the back. Ruth had a career fielding percentage of .968. I guess that means he did not have very many misses. And then Ruth boots one in a benefit football game. That's cool. I think I've seen that one before. Babe Ruth, a fit-looking Ruth at spring training in 1926. Ruth and Mike the chimpanzee. At first I was like, wow, how they... And I could see the leash for the chimpanzee right there. Maybe that was in case something went wrong. I don't know. Babe Ruth, Mike, and the chimpanzee. And then career achievements. Number 3, retired by the Yankees. Cool, cool, cool. Put that with the career achievements here. Put this one back here with the quotables. Okay. I probably could get another stand up here. But 2 more packs to go for today. Then we'll finish up for today. And my wife is probably wondering what's taking so long. I told her usually I'm finished about noon, but not always. Today it's like 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock right now, so as soon as I finish these packs, I'll say my signature goodbye and take off and go have lunch with my wife. Babe Ruth. Ruth prepares for a charity basketball game. Wow, he liked. Let's see, so basketball, football, baseball. I wonder if he played some ice hockey. Babe Ruth quotables. I have just one superstition. Whenever I hit a home run, I make certain I touch all 4 bases, said Babe Ruth. That is cool. For his quotables. For his quotables set. All right. Just kind of set that one right there with two of the quotables. Babe Ruth, the Babe in his final season as a Yankee. Then we've got Babe Ruth, the Babe reading some fan mail. That's cool. And then Babe Ruth, Yankees ace Herb Pennock snaps a picture. Right? And pack number 5. Alright, so pack number 5 gives us another quotable on the back here. We'll get to that when we get to the end of the cards here. So, Babe Ruth. Ruth hams it up for the cameras. Looks like most of his shots are staged shots. Not too many full-fledged action. Babe Ruth, the Babe with boxing legend Jack Dempsey. All right, and then the Babe Ruth posting with politicians pre-game. All right, next we have Ruth ready to stroke at Fenway Park. And our final card in this pack, the 5th pack for today, quotables from Babe Ruth. Never let the fear of striking get in your way, said Babe Ruth. So, cool cards there. Appreciate that, Trent. Give us some baseball card packs to open up at the end of the stream. All right. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let me get ready to say my signature goodbye here so I can wrap things up. It is 1. I've been gone, 2 hours and 40 minutes. This is my longest stream in a long time. All right. So boom, boom, boom. Let me go ahead and turn my camera around real quick. All right, this is Donald Blum. Let me see if I can lower the camera here. This is Donald Blumdahl, Hall of Fame veteran, sports cards and collectibles, having been live to you from Arlington, Washington. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream today. Hopefully you enjoyed the content today. Show you I am wearing my Topps baseball card t-shirt, 5 cents a pack back in the day. It tells you how old this logo is, not the t-shirt. I got the t-shirt last year, but I've been using it for quite a bit, so it's starting to look well used. But yep. And then of course you can see my 84 Topps hanging on the background there for John Fishman this year. Okay, so but this is Don Blumdahl, Hall of Fame veteran, sports cards and collectibles, having been live to you from Arlington, Washington. You guys have a great and wonderful day, and we will see you tomorrow for my baseball team history video series as we continue through all the baseball teams and some of the minor league teams and stuff on that grouping. So everyone have a good afternoon, have a great day, and we will see you guys tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. Okay, let me turn the camera around, sign off for today. All right, but this has been Donald Blumdahl, Hall of Fame veterans, sports cards and collectibles, having been live to you from Arlington, Washington. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. Okay, bye for now.